Hello everybody and welcome to Stopmotion Tube. So this will be the second episode with superstar Tim Allen as a guest in the studio. And Tim Allen, I'm a great fan of his work. He's been animating on so many of the very best stop motion films. And in this episode he's going to give us a sneak peek into his magic toolbox. He's going to show us how to make eyes look professional. And eyes are a very vital part of the character because you look at the eyes all the time. So you should really hang on to this luxurious episode of Stop Motion Tube. This is the Stop Motion Lounge. Welcome.
Stop Motion has a lot of practical problem solving. Every new job, every new company I go to, I'm seeing techniques I haven't seen before. So there's always some new cool little trick. You never stop learning, which is to me what I really love about it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the plasticine and I'm going to make a simple head shape. I'm going to use two eyes. I'm going to go for a kind of frog character.
And these are just regular pearls?
They're just plastic beads, the sort of thing you could use in a necklace. But now, the plasticine has its own natural stickiness, so the eyeballs aren't going to fall off.
Yeah.
But they are a little bit tough to move and it sort of sticks to the plasticine. So I've got some Vaseline here, and let me just show you. This is just standard Vaseline on the back of the eyeball.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, it doesn't need too much, but the eyeball still sticks.
Wow, yeah, it does.
It's now, by putting my cocktail stick in it, it now moves quite freely and easily.
It does.
So, I now come on to the idea of my eyelids. What a lot of people will do, they will make something by hand or they'll cut it into position. So I'm going to do something very simple, a bit crude. A bit of a wavy, messy line. Had too much of some medication, he looks far too sleepy. When I try and move it, it sticks to the eyelid. So I've got a method that I want to show for making an eyelid that's much more controllable and looks slicker. Let me see, I've got here a stick, I've got different size beads for different size eyes. That should be the same size as his head, as his eyeball. And I've then got this other socket area, and I've made many different ones of these. Yeah. This is made out of milliput. So I'm going to use, this is just a little, it's talcum powder. Exactly the same kind of talcum powder, again, you buy down the pharmacy. And I'm also going to use that to smear it on the inside of here. And that when I put my eyelid on top of this tool, and I can press now this into here. Now I want to cut this into an eyelid shape. Knife, scalpel. Yeah. I've gone for a plastic one this time. Yeah. Once again, I'm gonna, as we used Vaseline before, I'm gonna put Vaseline back on the underside of the eyelid. You can see the eyelid is sticking. However, it's also very easy for me to just move the eyelid back and forward and get really subtle little movements. Yeah. And you can see that the eyelid is moving up and down without really moving the eyeball. But at the same time, I can use my cocktail stick to move the eye. Wow. And the eye and the eyelid all move together. By touching the plasticine too much, it makes it very warm, especially when you're under the lights where you're shooting. So I'm going to try and make the plasticine on the eyelid a little bit harder, a bit more rigid. And one way of doing that is to take this stuff, which is some beeswax. I'm taking about 50-50.
And you could actually use that for all of the parts that you want to be a little bit more consistent.
I think on Chuck Still we used it for the ears, because you don't want the ears to change shape. No. We used it for a character's moustache. It could still bend and flex, but and the eyebrows is classic and eyelids.
Thank you so much for sharing this magic with us. I cannot wait to get to try these things.
Looking for some quality time blinking.
Yeah, exactly. Stop motion!
Okay, stop motion!
Please subscribe to my channel for more tips and tricks for your stop motion films. Leave a comment below if you have any questions, if you have anything you want us to do an episode about, then write it below and I will get back to you. See you!